Yes, crew. Look at everybody we got here. Welcome. Oh, look, happy people. Oh, good to see happy people. Welcome. There's James. There's Eastman. Good to see you, brother. There's Jill, Kim. Welcome, Regina and Joe. I can see that you're here, but I can't see you. Adam's driving, as usual. Good to see you, Adam. There's Jen.
Hi.
There's Jackie. Welcome, guys. Caroline, Christy. So many of my friends here. There's Toyin. Hey, Toyin. There's Kim. Welcome, everyone. Sharon, glad to see you. We've got children. We've got dogs. We've got jokes. It is Fun Friday. Who's going to get us started? I'm going to mute all because it is really noisy. Who's going to go ahead and get us started? I heard some really enthusiastic dogs before we tuned in here today. Who's got the dog? Let's, or who's got a joke? It's Fun Friday, so we're going to tell a joke. Somebody's got to have a joke. You want to come on out here? Please do so. Who's first?
I got a joke.
All right. You've got the floor, Susan.
Ones I know were pretty dirty though, but I did find one I could buy with.
We got kids in the room. Go ahead. Keep it clean.
I wouldn't do that. What's the difference between a vacuum cleaner and a Harley Davidson?
Oh, I told this one last week.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah, what's the difference? The way I worded it was, what's the difference between a Hoover and a Harley?
There you go.
Yeah. Well, the Hoover has the dirt bag on the inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as the position of the dirt bag.
Yeah. All right.
Well, they both suck.
Yeah. So, and I can laugh at that because I ride a Harley and I do shower as well. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah.
Don't get Julian started on Harley jokes. We'll be here all morning with Harley jokes.
Yeah. Right. Somebody, I think it was Julian or maybe it was Graham. What do you call a Harley that doesn't leak oil? Empty. Right. So actually, my Harley has never leaked a drop of oil ever. So who else has a joke for us?
All right,
today?
John, I've got one.
Hey, go ahead there, Sharon.
What's the most dangerous part of a motorcycle?
I don't know.
The nut that connects the seat to the handlebars.
Ah, yeah, you're right. That is true. It's kind of funny, but kind of not. Yeah, there you go.
What do you call a laughing motorcycle?
What do you call it?
Oh, I could answer that one.
Laughing motorcycle. Go for it.
I've got one of those, so you can take the mickey out of me. A Yamaha ha ha ha.
You got
it. Yamaha.
Well then, John. So,
all right, Julian.
What's the most common accessory on a Harley?
I don't know. What is it?
Pickup truck.
That's almost like the old Ford acronyms, right? Found on road dead, or F, our ride died. Yeah, Ford. So there you go. Good stuff. Anybody else with a joke or a dog that you want to display today?
Okay, John, what's the smallest room in the world?
I don't know.
A Harley Davidson Hall of Fame.
Oh, no. Oh my goodness. You guys are crushing me here with these Harley jokes.
I've got a non-Harley joke. I've got a non-Harley joke.
Oh, non-Harley joke. Let's go ahead, Star.
Okay, so why did the baker have brown hands?
I don't know. Why?
Because he needed a poo.
Oh, we got a dog. There's Phyllis. Phyllis, tell us about your dog.
This is Teddy. Say hi, Teddy.
Good, buddy. Camera's over here. All right. Good stuff, everybody. I got a couple of hands up. No need to raise your hands. Susan and SoCal, I think you already spoke. Eduardo.
Hello, here.
Yeah, Eduardo, you got a joke or something for us?
Yes, I do. What's the best cheese to hide a horse?
The best cheese to hide a horse? I don't know.
Yes. A mascarpone.
A mascarpone. There you go. So people don't know what that is, right? So that kind of cheese. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, guys. All right. Anybody else who wants to come out here today? Any wins that you guys want to share? I was hearing before we went live that we had a nice broadcast. I was not on it, but there was a nice broadcast yesterday. Somebody want to share what you learned from that training and some wins, some takeaways? That would be good. Good way.
Yeah,
John,
it was amazing. Brendan Buford, I think he's called.
Okay.
The e-commerce attorney, and he did an amazing presentation, starting with explaining why, when there's a crisis, it's a time of opportunity, and not in terms of profiteering, but in terms of a crisis brings new problems that need solving. So
Mhm.
it's an opportunity to help, not to profiteer. That was his, and he explained how quite a few of the big, like Airbnb and some others, Netflix and things like that, started in recessions, and how the data at the moment is a bit unreliable because everything is changing so much, and that you have to rely on your gut instinct quite a bit more, to still look at the data, but to know that it's changing. And he basically said that now is the right time to be launching your business. And then he talked a lot about intellectual property, brand names, protection, insurance, that sort of nuts and bolts
Mhm.
parts of the business. But he was really inspiring and so knowledgeable and a great communicator. It was
Is
really,
it Brendan Balford? Something like
that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, I think I've been in a seminar, a workshop where he spoke, and we were doing some work together. Is he with Prime Corporate?
No, he's a former group member of Blue Sky.
Okay,
Joined in 2016, and this is his way of giving back.
okay, very
And
good.
E-commerce advocate.
PCIA Michigan.
Okay, very good.
He has his own law firm that specializes in e-commerce issues and stuff. So, but it was really an information session. It wasn't like a promotion of his business. He certainly talked about it, but it really came across well. I think because we're from so many different countries, that he tried to keep it at a level that everybody could get something from it. So it was really well done, and it's available now. If you didn't get a chance to attend it live yesterday, it's now available recorded. And they now it's available
Right.
recorded on Product University.
So I'm looking in the Blue Sky members site right now, Product Uni weekly calls in that section. I'm seeing the most recent recording being displayed as the 29th of May. So perhaps they haven't posted it yet.
Oh, it usually goes into the Product University Facebook page.
Ah,
It's in the Facebook page. I saw it today.
very good.
It's there.
That's where they posted it. That's where they posted first, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably, and then it'll filter into the site as well. The most recent one I see is 29 May, pay-per-click part 4 with Fiona Prout.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was
Okay,
last
great.
week.
I think
So-
somebody called Reese posted the link to it in the chat just before we went live.
Very good. Okay. And for those of our new members, in fact, we got a couple announcements today. For those of our new members who are not yet into the Facebook group, no need to be in a big rush to get into that group. Okay. You'll definitely get into that group. There's a whole lot of talk that goes on in that group. There's also a files section, which is probably the most useful part of that group. But in the meantime, we got a bit of background noise. I'm going to mute the mics. Okay. So, but in the meantime, you want to be going through your 2020 modules, Navigator, all that, right? So it's been recently updated, recently retooled, which is what I'm going to announce here today, that there is more retooling going on in the background. So as the whole Blue Sky community and course and everything has continued to grow, it has necessitated some increases in terms of staff, as you guys know, as well as some changes in the structure of the course, which a lot of you know, right? Some of you were kind of like born into the whole Navigator 2020 thing. So you don't even know what was before. Okay. But there's a major effort to streamline and to cause, more rapid consumption and execution of the course material itself. That being said, they're also retooling some of the back end where you get accountability reps, you get to see some of Sophie's advanced strategies, Jetstream, all that stuff. So new members who are coming on now are not going to have immediate access to a lot of that for a little bit while they're retooling it and assessing what's the best way to serve people. So anyone who's here right now in this community, you're the core group, right? I'm glad you're here because right now there's a hold on certain things in the back end. Certainly anybody could show up on our YouTube site, our YouTube channel, and I hope you do, right? I sometimes joke with new members. I'm like, look, we've got 3 policies in place for our daily success call. Number 1 is if you can't be on time, Be early. You'll see why. Number 2 is if a dog barks while your microphone is unmuted, you must present the dog so that we can all enjoy the dog. And then usually get a chuckle out of that. And then number 3 is somebody's got to tell a joke on Fridays. Fridays are fun Fridays. It's got to be clean. We got kids in the room, but Fridays are here upon us. So obviously you guys are all indoctrinated. You already know all that stuff. But our new members, you may be finding some people showing up here who don't quite have access to everything that you guys have yet. Okay, while this is all being retooled. So my suggestion, and the very light duty topic that I want to offer you for today, my suggestion is to be very purposeful with your time and how you engage, and that you do in fact engage with the assets that you have now, the materials, the accountability reps, the Jetstream process. I know some people were talking before we went live about I do a business launch strategy session. Small group session for people once you've been through the whole Jetstream process. All that stuff is pretty special, and not everybody gets that. All right, so just know you guys are here. If you've got access to that stuff, be deliberate about it, be purposeful with it, and which leads me to my topic that I wanted to end the week with, and I think it's a beautiful end to this week and all the subtopics that we've talked about, and that is getting things done as it relates to your purpose over the weekend. Getting things done as it relates to your purpose over the weekend. A lot of times people zone out on weekends and they think, oh, it's Miller time, or let's go to the lake or whatever. Certainly summer's coming, right? Officially summer starts here in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. For all of our Aussies, winter's coming, okay? But here in the Northern Hemisphere, which is the majority of the people who tune into this, I think, I don't know, I don't have a survey, but yeah, this is a time where people tend to go to the beach and stuff like that. But as you guys were just citing Balfour, he was saying, well, now's the time to get things going, which in a biblical sense, yeah. I mean, here's the parable of the sower, right? The guy sows the seeds, and you know, some of the seeds fall on the rocks, and some of them get, you know, choked out by the thorns, and some get eaten by the birds. But he's smart and he's ambitious, and he keeps sowing the seeds. And guess what? Here comes the harvest, and it's plentiful. And hooray for us, right? So yes, that's intent, and that's consistency. There's a season for sowing and there's a season for reaping. And I think for the vast majority of people here, it's the season for sowing, regardless of what the calendar says that, oh, it's time to go to the lake. Yeah, go to the lake, go to the beach, eat the hot dogs, do, you know, roast weenies and whatever. But okay, let's also be intentional. And here's something that came up for me just before I sat down on my chair and turned on the machinery here. I was thinking, I'm going to have a 3-day weekend. In fact, I'm going to have a 3-day weekend every weekend. Here's how I'm going to do it. Okay. So rather than zoning out, okay, I'm going to decide on Friday morning. This just came to me, guys. I'm going to decide on Friday morning what my weekend's going to look like, which includes today, by the way, because a lot of people, especially working jobs, you know, there's Dress Down Friday, and there's a bit of a joke going on in the manufacturing world when you got a defective product. Oh, was this on the Friday assembly line? Right. So can I get a Wednesday product, please? I don't want the Friday. I don't want the Friday version. I'll take the Wednesday version. So people tend to do enough to get by, to not get fired. Right. But you're entrepreneurs. Right. I mean, that's what you signed up for. So you don't get paid for punching a clock. You get paid for results. You get paid for value delivered into the marketplace. So here's my thought. Okay. So it's Friday morning where I sit. It's already Friday night over in England. Okay. But what can I do to make today, tomorrow, and Sunday profitable for me, purposeful in ways that I'll look back on Monday, and now it's not like, oh, big drudgery. Oh, I got to get my ass off my chair and I got to start my week and I've been goofing off. No. What if we intentionally had, let's say, the later part of Friday, let's do the normal work you got to do during the day on Friday. Maybe you're still working a job. Okay. Do your work. Okay. And let's do something on Friday night, which we would have normally put off until the weekend. Let's do that on Friday night. And then let's take the other stuff that we could possibly do over the weekend and let's hit it hard on Saturday. And then on Sunday evening, yeah, do whatever you want. Right. And then you haven't lost momentum. Here's the trick. You keep sowing the seeds. You haven't lost momentum come Monday morning. Yeah, you just took a half day off. You had dinner with the family. You did the thing on Sunday night. Okay. But come Monday, it's not like you're in a state of inertia. And this is the the big stop that I've seen in my life, inertia. Oh my goodness. Getting off of zero. You know what? The object at rest tends to stay at rest. I don't want to be an object at rest. No, I want to be in momentum. That's one of the best things you could have in business. Right now, if you're brand new here, you haven't launched products yet, you don't even have your account set up, whatever, you've got no momentum. As one of the most valuable things you could have is momentum. Well, let's do that. Anything we can get closer to a done, right? Or getting off of zero, or overcoming inertia, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's a medal you can wear right there. And then it's not drudgery. It's not like, oh man, I got to overcome inertia again. No, because you never got inertia. You got momentum. Actually, technically, the definition of inertia goes both ways. It could mean an object in motion tends to stay in motion. That's called momentum. It's also called inertia. But you get my point. Okay, you want to be in motion. You want to be purposeful, which is not something that that we turn on and off. Here's the way I operate, just to give you my reality. Okay, so as I am here is as I am everywhere. So John in business, John in family life. Oh, I need to vacuum the rug or something. Well, freaking do it. Do it. Right? And then it's done. You know how much time most people piss away in indecision? Indecision. My daughter, and I'm teaching my daughter this. Okay, she's 9 years old. She procrastinates when it comes to things like anything that's not fun, anything, cleaning her room or something, right? Picking up her clothes, right? And the amount of time that she could spend in bemoaning the fact that this needs to happen, she could have done it 10 times, right? Just do it. I guess Nike had it right, right? It's one thing they got right. Just do it. Those are my thoughts, guys. And I know it's a light topic. It's already 17 after. Is there something that you could assign to yourself? Look, I'm going to be responsible for this result. This is going to get done this weekend. And you know what? This weekend starts right now. So knock it out on Friday. Fantastic. That's on your mind for Saturday or Sunday, right? And it doesn't have to be this great, huge, monumental thing. No, we're establishing habits. We're going up the gradient. Okay. You don't need to wear a cape and mask. I suppose you could. Some of you would look really good in a cape and mask, but cape and mask or not, right? We're going to produce some fruit on the tree here. So there is something to harvest. There is a season for sowing. There is a season for reaping. If you want to reap, sow earlier, right? Sow earlier. I deal a lot in the online marketing world, business, not just e-commerce here, but like email marketing and campaigns and sales funnels and things like that. And a lot of times people are embracing the idea of list building for the first time, right? Oh my goodness, how can somebody send an email and make thousands, maybe even $1 million with one click of the send button? Because they've got this list that reaches out for hundreds of thousands or millions of people, right? How can they do that? Well, they could do that because they've been sowing seeds for years, decades maybe, right? When's the best time to start building a list? Let's say you're into email marketing. Oh, the best time would be 20 years ago. When would be the second best time? Today, right? Don't procrastinate on that. Is it going to be perfect? No, it's not going to be perfect. It's like when people start YouTube channels. Oh, I'm going to sound bad. I suck. Yeah, okay, so does everybody when they first start. And you will always suck unless you start. So start, right? Some of you, I suspect, right, since we got 256 people here joining us live each day, or at least today, right? I think we had 285 or something yesterday. So we're about to hit that 300 mark. I'm really excited. But some of you apparently like the content that comes out of my mouth. I'm very interested to hear what it is going to be. I don't know what it is until I hear. That's fine. I'm sure other people think, oh, this John Lavenia guy sucks. Oh, can you believe it? Okay, fine. What am I going to do? Please everybody? So think about this for yourself. Think about this. What can you get done imperfectly that you can then have a feather in your cap and say, you know what, damn it, I did it. That's a done right there. That's a win. Give me my medal. And you deserve one. Because in contrast, the average American watches 5 hours of TV a day. They're being told what to think right now. And what to think, by the way, isn't you can go cause better results in your life. That's not part of the message. Right. Anyway, those are, those are my thoughts for you guys. It's with great respect and love that I share this time with you each day. I get so much out of hearing you guys and getting your feedback and all that. So thank you for being a part of this journey with me. I'm going to shut up. It's 20 minutes after. You guys could talk about whatever you want for the rest of the time. I do have a hard stop at 45. So if we could share the time, that would be great. And Andrea has the floor. Where is Andrea?
Hello, I would like to
Hey.
introduce myself for the first time,
Yay.
actually. Yeah, well, I'm being quite lazy, to be honest, last week with the nice weather. And well, I've been little bit distracted with the fact of study and everything, but then I need to put myself again back. And yeah, I little bit shy to speak in camera, but I decide to do it today. So hello to everybody. My name is Andrea and I live in UK and I come from Argentina, very far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, so glad you're here and welcome from Argentina via the UK. I'm
Yeah.
very intrigued by Argentina. I would like to visit Argentina. I know that is where the tango was invented.
yeah,
Tango
my
dance,
God.
right? Which every
Tango.
child does the tango. They do a terrible version of it, but still it's a lot of fun. And also I believe carne asada comes from the streets of Buenos
Yeah,
Aires.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Lovely wine, lovely meat,
there you go.
and lovely people.
Yeah, good. So good to meet
Glad to be
you.
here.
Yes, thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Let's go to
Thank you.
Sonia. Sonia, what's going on?
Hey, John, how you doing today?
Viste, me animé a hablar.
John, can you hear me?
We can. Go ahead, Sonia. You've got-
Okay, good. So yesterday I let you guys know that this past week has just been a shit show, for lack of a better term. But one thing that I started doing about Fridays and weekends that I wanted to share that I didn't do this week, and it's my goal to do it again next week and to continue doing it, is that I don't take Friday as Friday. Wednesdays are my Friday. And Wednesdays, I leave work early and I do whatever Sonia wants to do for that evening, if it's a hot bath or a big long bike ride or get out to the beach or whatever. But Wednesday is my Friday. And then Fridays are usually one of my longest days of the week. I'm my most productive on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And this past week, since I didn't do that, I didn't take my Wednesday night. I'm tanked today. I miss it. So I wanted to just share that with you, that that's an option. You don't have to celebrate Fridays on Fridays. You can do it whatever other day of the week. But it really helps it if you maintain it, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Thank you so much, Sonia. And yes, as entrepreneurs, as people who work from home and online, who controls your schedule? You. I'll tell you what, I love being able to go to the bank or whatever, when everybody else is at work, or like sitting in rush hour traffic. I can't tell you the last time I've sat in rush hour traffic. I don't even know what that's like. So yeah, beautiful stuff. Thank you, Sonia. And let's go to I see Allison's unmuted, and then we'll go to Coral. Allison.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I'm sure a lot of other people have already read it, but I'm just in the process of reading the 5-second rule. And you were saying about just doing stuff, and that is the whole essence of that book. And I have on my desk a sign that says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And it's great because it keeps playing, it keeps going through my head, and it's really motivating me. This is the first time I think I've spoken at this call, and I thought today I'm going to do it. So I counted down, and here I am.
Well done. There she is. There's Allison, everybody. All right, you're not a stranger anymore. You're one of us now. Welcome.
Thank you. No, I love this group. It's great.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
I've had a
much.
hard day today doing product research, and I just thought I must stop and watch this, and it will reinvigorate me, and it has. So thank you.
So glad you're here. Thank you. Where's Coral?
I'm here, John.
There she is.
Yeah. I just want to say a great big thank you for these daily calls. They really do keep us on the straight and narrow. And some of the things that you've been saying are really starting to make sense to me now. One of the things I've started doing is reading. I've got 4 books on the go, and one of them is by a guy called John Lavinia, called Integrity is Everything.
I've heard of it. I read it sometimes and I think, oh my goodness, how profound I was when I wrote that. I should do that.
It's so good. And one of the things I have learned from that book is that, you know, and you said it this week actually, is to believe that our goal is already an outcome. We're already there. And so I have started, instead of saying I'm going to become, I'm going to be, I'm saying thank you for making me, you know, be. So that's what I'm trying to do, is to be, because you've got this be, do, have thing, haven't you? So I am trying to be the person who takes action, who takes deliberate action. I'm trying to be the person who is successful, and I believe that I'm successful now. I'm not going to wait until all of those things are in place, that I've got my £10,000 check. I'm already successful. And when I look back on what I've done this week, yeah, I am successful in completing all of those things. So that's what I wanted to say, is that you've given me great self-belief. And, you know, as we go through these daily talks, a lot of the things that you've said over the last week or so has started to make sense. So thanks very much. One of the things I learned from last night was from Brendan's talk, was that we must act fast and act smart. So don't wait till we've got the perfect product, or we've got the perfect, you know, everything's in place. He said, start acting now, do it now, but act smart, because failure is scary, but we are smart because we have all the resources in place. I mean, what other business gives you these daily success calls, or a weekly coaching session with a personal coach, you know, plus the Facebook pages, plus Sophie's Friday forum. There's so many resources that we have, so we can act fast but be smart with it. That's all I want to say. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you, Coral. Thank you so much. Some people were just asking who's the author of the book called Integrity is Everything. I don't know, figure it out. But that's so great. Thank you. I would offer you this. Later in the book, you'll see a chapter called What Did You Say? Right? And you'll hear me talk a bit about the word try, which you've used, you may not have heard yourself, but multiple times. You're trying to be, really, you're trying to be. Okay, so just listen to your language. Listen to that. Get rid of that word try. Do the Yoda thing. Do the Yoda thing. There is no try. You do, or you do.
I am being.
You are. I am. Right. In fact, that's like the ultimate affirmation. I am. Right. You get around like the Hindu, you know, gurus and stuff, and like that's it. I am. That's it. Nothing else to talk about. I am. So interesting stuff. I heard, or I saw, somebody was asking if they could speak. Yes, of course, you can all speak. And I think we're going to go to Nikki next. Nikki, if you would unmute. Hey, there's Nikki. Where's Nikki?
Hi, everyone. Hi, John. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Brilliant. I just wanted to say that we've all, these calls are absolutely mind-blowing to keep the encouragement going. And we've all got the tools and the books and what we should be doing and a plan. But at the end of the day, it is all about our determination as well. And we are equally as important to remember that. So having time off at the weekend, or I have 2 small children, I work full time, and that's got to stop. I don't want to do that. This is what I want to do. And the books that were recommended for any new people coming in, I just say that the 5 Second Rule, the Miracle Morning, and the Millionaire Mind books, they all talk about the same thing: getting up early. Right? I that for me was a no-go until I thought, right, I've got to do this, because I've got to fit in learning the system. I've got to get my business going. I've got to get the products going, and I've got to act fast, think smart. And I have got up early and managed to. It's transformed my life. It's like been life-changing. And I don't know if anybody else has done that, but who'd have thought that getting up at 6 o'clock? I mean, for God's sake, no, I'm not that person, but I have done that. And you know what? I've done exercise, I've meditated, done all the things I didn't think possible. And I got this journal, I'm not advertising, but from one of the books, wrote down my 10-day fast track plan. And I look back today and I've achieved everything. And I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I'm just trying to say to people, get up early, and that really does change your life. And I've probably waffled on enough now, but I just wanted to say that.
Thank you so much.
Have a
Congratulations.
great weekend, everyone.
You know what, Nikki, toot that trumpet, because that's a win. That's a win right there. Well done, my friend. Well done. Overcoming inertia. I think Reese wanted to talk. Reese, are you there?
Hi, how's it
Hey.
going? Hey, I'm new to the program. I just wanted to come on and say hello, introduce myself. I'm Reese. End of first week this week, but like you say, keep going anyway, looking for product ideas and all that sort of stuff. It's been a really productive week. Got a lot of momentum going, which is really good. So keep that going next week, and keep things moving.
Fantastic. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. And let's go to Wasif over there. And yep, go ahead. You've got the floor.
All right, thank you. You guys, first of all, I want to thank every single one of you in this forum here. You guys have been such inspiration for me. Working full-time, and right now everybody's working from home, and your employer seems to think you're available 24/7. And all of a sudden your email is just packed with things to do. So I was struggling at first to do the modules and everything until I read the 5-second rule. Now 5-3, go all the way to 1, blast off. I'm finding more time to do things. I mean, all this time was there. It was just, I was all with all these stories from everyone hearing gives me inspiration that I'm not, first of all, I'm not the only one that facing this trouble. And just want to thank you, and John, especially you. And I have caught myself using your sayings to other people, my kids, and they look at me with like, what was that? So I want to thank every one of you.
Thank you, Wasif. So glad you're here, my friend. And yeah, these ideas are for use. So, and they keep showing up everywhere in life. You keep looking. It's not like, well, it's kind of like what I said before. It's not like I'm going to be a different John over there than I am over here. It's the same guy, right? As I am in this, as I am in life. So thank you so much for sharing. So glad you're here. Let's go to Regina and Joe. Regina and Joe, where are they? Joe and Regina. Joe and Regina. Uh-oh, they're not
Hi,
here.
John.
Ah, there she is.
I'm the lady in the dark room, sorry.
Okay.
I just wanted to say something real quick. We are doing these inspirational audios from Tony Robbins.
Huh?
And yesterday it said something about what everybody wants and how you can get it. And I know we all want the same thing here. We want to be successful, but successful isn't the answer. If you want successful, or if you want a happy marriage, or if you want something to happen in your life, it's not really what you want. You have to get to the root of what it is you want. And what you want is to be happy. I think you have to find the root of where you're going. And in order to do that, you have to learn to manage your emotional mind. And how you do that is by controlling your physical movement. So when you're down and your head is down and you're slouching somewhere and you're trying to listen and you're falling asleep, what you have to do is you have to stand tall, stand up, stand nice and straight. You look up in the sky, you smile, you take a deep breath, and you can't help but be aggressive. You can't help but change your mood, and you can just forward through it. And it's kind of cool to just be able to instantly change your attitude by just the way you hold yourself physically. It'll change your whole emotional attitude and you could storm forward. Sometimes I go through these things and I find myself exhausted. It's overwhelming. I mean, there's just so much trying to get at one time. And I just stand up, straighten my head, put my head up in the sky, smile, and I'm going like, okay, I'm ready to go back. So just wanted to add that in, but maybe it would help some people to get a little worn out once in a while.
Thank you, Regina. Yeah, so emotion and motion are very close to each other, almost the same word. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. We've got a bunch more hands up, and I see, you know what? Let's have, is it Ethne? Ethne?
That's right. Hello.
Come on out. What's going on, girl?
Just want to introduce myself. I'm here in the UK, originally from New Zealand, but I'm just so pleased that I found this vehicle. So I've just been here about a week and just working through things and just being very interesting in the chat room. Enjoy that. Yes, with Nikki, she was saying about getting up early. Well, yes, I've had that challenge as well too, because I'm normally the night owl, but I've set the alarm and been getting up before my husband, which is most unusual, and been found that very helpful. And yeah, you can get a lot done early in the morning, and you feel much fresher the rest of the day as well. So just keep tracking and just do what we have to do, and see you at the top.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Ethne. Glad you're here. And thank you guys all for sharing the time. We're moving pretty quick. I want to give everybody a chance to talk. I think Carilla is coming out. Where is Carilla? Carilla?
I'm here. I'm here.
There she is.
Yeah, it's Coiler.
Sorry, I'm looking at too many names all at once.
Yes, you are.
I didn't just call you a gorilla. Koala, right.
I didn't used to call me koala at school. I'm quite used to it. I just wanted to say that until 2 years ago, I spent 12 years being a carer for 2 relatives. And by the time that finished, I had...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Lost all my confidence in at 4 a.m. That's kind of left over the world of work. Have I gone? Am I still here?
Yep, you're back.
That's a leftover from the world of work, and also having to get up during the night to look after people. And I found that very helpful, and I rescheduled that, what I do with that time following this course. And for building my confidence, I've got involved in a number of things. I've done public speaking. I've taken up kayaking. I took up running, and I ran, and the most I ran last year was 22 kilometers. I've kayaked over 20 kilometers. And each of these things has helped my confidence get better. And this is my next step, if you like, in building my confidence. And every single thing I've done has been terrifying, actually, until I've actually done it. And then it's kind of, well, I did it and it was fine. And what was so scary? So yeah, speak up, go and do the things you want to do, and get out there and do stuff.
Fantastic. Thank you, Koila. Thank you so much for sharing. So glad you're here. We got a bunch more hands raised electronically and physically. So let's go to Kathy. Where's Kathy Marble? Let's get Kathy out here. And then Graham. Hey, Kathy. Where's Kathy? Oh, there seems to be a delay. I'm asking for Kathy. Here she is.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi there. Okay. Thank you, John. And you know, this community, I just want to say you are the most courageous people on the planet. I am just always so amazed by how much encouragement I get from hearing your stories, cheering your victories. And, you know, I am inching along, I'm doing more. And I, you know, heard Brandon last night and he was saying, act fast, act now. And so, you know, the obstacles I've been hitting, I'm ready to move through this weekend and, you know, continue with the momentum. I was going to comment on something that is Cora, who was speaking earlier, was saying about becoming, and she had read John's book about being and doing and having. I think that was the person who was saying that. And it brought to mind a scripture that in the King James, where Jesus comes to this demon-possessed child, and the dad's like, "Oh my gosh, I want you to heal him, but you know, I've been seeing him do this and do that and do the other." So all of this history is right in the face of this man, and it's terrifying. And he says, "I believe, but help my unbelief." And to that, in the King James, Jesus says, "Be it unto you according to your faith." So that's a very lofty term that really just means become what you believe. And so it is that you know, all right, if I have this much belief, am I living within that? And I'm becoming that. I know we've got a dog, and I will jump off, but thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, guys. You're
Maria,
wonderful.
where's the dog? Maria.
Where's the dog?
He's right here. Say hi, Dexter. Speak.
Awesome. You just made my day. Thank you, Maria. All right. We got Graham next, and then Destiny, and then Sharon. Graham, you got the floor, sir.
Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, somebody said earlier, John, that they hearing your words all the time and using them. I am as well, but the trouble is I'm hearing them in an American accent, and I'm starting to use an American accent to voice them. So
we don't have accents over here. You got the accent.
Yeah, right. So I've got to be careful about that. But I wanted to add to the 5-second rule. There was my house was getting in a bit of a tip, and I was reading something about the 2-minute rule, and it's to try and get over some of those things we don't want to actually do them, and you get a little bit of inertia that you were talking about before this week, if not today. And the rule is, you say to yourself, if it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. And if you repeat that often enough, so it can be anything, to drying up the dishes, or finishing that piece of paperwork that you're doing in your business. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. And it's amazing how much you then actually get done, and how much it declutters your mind or your house or whatever you're trying to do. So I found that really useful, and just maybe some other people on this call might find it useful. So it takes 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, do it now.
Fantastic. Thank you, Graham. Good advice. Sounds good to me. Let's go over to Destiny, and then we're going to go with Sharon, and hopefully we'll have a couple minutes left. And anybody else who wants to say hi. Destiny, is Destiny there? Destiny Winter in Colorado. There she is.
I just wanted to say that I get inspired every time that I
I'm sorry, Destiny, it's not working out.
really appreciate
Destiny, can you hear us?
and everybody else who incorporate.
I'm sorry, Destiny. I'm sorry, Destiny, it's not working out.
I don't know if you didn't hear me. It just sounds like it.
Sorry, Destiny. Can you guys still hear me? Are we live still?
Yes, we
We
can hear
live?
you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Sorry,
Good,
Destiny.
all good.
We are acknowledging what you were attempting to say. It's not working out. Something's going on with your internet connection. Okay. So James, you got a comment, James?
Yeah. Sort of what you were talking about, getting things done on the weekend. I've always worked retail all my life, and the money days are Saturday and Sunday. So to me, not having to interrelate with some of the things that we're doing on the blue sky is weekends I almost look forward to, because I wrap up, and to mimic you, I get things done. I finish things. So I look forward to the weekends where I don't have other responsibilities, and all the loose ends I tie up, and then Monday starts and I'm ready to go again. So just wanted to share that.
Thank you so much, James. And that's a good practice, good way to be in momentum. We're going to go to Sharon Atherton real quick, and then we're going to see about anything else we need to wrap up. Go ahead, Sharon.
Sure. Hey, everybody. We must be talking a lot about the 5-second rule, the 2-minute rule. This morning, I watched a video of Hal Elrod, and he had a 5-minute rule. He talked about a very difficult time in one of his previous businesses, where he just kind of was very disappointed. And his boss taught him, you can have 5 minutes to get over this issue. You can vent, you can complain, whatever you want to do for 5 minutes, set a timer. And at the end of that 5 minutes, you say 3 words, can't change it. So when you have a barrier or a hurdle come up, give yourself 5 minutes to vent and feel those emotions, and feel the situation,
right?
And just work through those emotions. But after those 5 minutes are up, that's plenty of time to feel it, and you've got to let it go and realize you can't change what happened in the past. It helps you move forward. So a 5-minute rule, kind of a play on the 2-minute rule or 5-second rule.
Thank you, Sharon. Kind of reminiscent of Reinhold Lieber's Serenity Prayer, which I say every day, in fact, multiple times a day sometimes. So there's that. I am going to ask David to come out and offer us a non-Harley joke. David, please. David Dixon. David, where is he? He was offering a non-Harley joke privately in my chat. Maybe it's just for me. I don't know. David, if you want to share with the group, now's the time. It is 9:45 where I sit.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute.
There he is.
Hi. They're talking about building a new giant Ferris wheel in London. This one's going to have a Mary Poppins theme. And its working title is the London Diddle I.
There you go, everybody. Great way to end our broadcast for today. I do have other appointments I got to run to. I am so thankful to have this week with you guys. Despite all the stuff going on in the world, I think we had a really good, upbeat, and productive week. And we're going to go ahead and do it again next week as well. So thank you all for being here.
Bye-bye.
I will look forward to
Have a
seeing
good
you on
weekend.
Monday. Thank you for the jokes, for the dog show. I love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
John. Thank you, John.
Cheers.